Agnès! Olivia! Oh, thank goodness! Thank goodness! I've been so worried. I had no idea where you were, if you were safe.
And I am sorry. I've been on the run, hiding in one corner of Florum or the next.
Since the day the darkness took the crystals?
Darkness? You speak of what happened a few weeks ago? No, I've been a fugitive for longer. Years now.
What? But I don't... Whatever for?
Florum maintains a show of stability and peace, but it's been home to harsh persecution. Crystalists are rounded up. Any who struggle are killed. I nearly joined them more than once.
Persecution? At whose hands?
Any under the banner of the Bloody Rose. The fields have run red since the day they appeared.
The Blood Rose Legion.
I thought to smuggle the faithful to safety, but I am one woman alone.
I too nearly died by the hands of the Duchy in Kaldisla.
I feared as much. I know not the cause of the violent hate they bear us, but it exists. But come, seeing you again like this is a happy occasion. We've both survived. In truth, I had begun to doubt such a reunion would ever come to pass.
Have you had some cause to lose hope?
The Vestal of Fire is dead. I heard it from a member of the Blood Rose Legion.
Are you certain? Oh, this is terrible! No! Then that means you two are the only ones still able to awaken the crystals!
Awaken? What does she mean? And what is she?
Don't eye me like I'm some kind of monster! I'm a Christ Fairy! Olivia, we Vestals are the only ones able to dispel the evil shadow spreading over the land. And to do that, to fill the great chasm, all 4 crystals must be awakened.
I see. In my seclusion, I had no idea. You fought so hard, Agnès. How my little crybaby friend has grown. I've cried enough as well. The task ahead was insurmountable alone, but together, we can do this. I cannot hope to lead anyone by continuing to flee. Those believers who remain need comfort, hope, and the world needs our aid. I'm coming with you, Agnès.
Olivia, thank you. I'll be tenfold braver with you at my side.
Then let us begin at the Temple of...
Your little game of hide-and-seek is at its end. Who?
That little girl took the festival crown. Why is she here?
Could it be... we were followed?
The witch. Victoria. I remember now. She sits upon the Council of 6, leaders of the Eternian forces.
What?
You Vestals have run quite out of hand at late. I shall see your running ends here.
Look out! Agnès!
No! Olivia! It was me! That was meant for me! It was meant for the both of you. How irritating. Olivia! Please, no! Olivia!
Let this be a nightmare.
Be careful. The witch is a greater foe than we can hope to defeat.
Oh, bother.
Another?
You're late, Victor. I started without you.
So you have. Our purpose was to be the capture of the Vestals. But I fear you've overdone it. Not that it especially matters.
You know how I detest holding back. Temperance is so dull. They're like little dolls. One good twist and up pops their head.
You are ever demanding of your toys, Victoria.
Been apart half a lifetime. And just finally, have you no humanity?
Victor, were we to bring back the Vestals, plural?
No, Victoria. We were charged with securing only one.
Then I think I'll go ahead and kill the Wind Vestal. Yes, that sounds rather lovely.
Were these my father's orders?
It's the Grand Marshal's girl. I was too distracted by the Vestals to notice.
Has my father truly performed such brutality all this time?
Quiet your wailing. He was calm enough when he cast you off.
Indeed, I see no issue with terminating her here.
I grow bored, Victor.
Then, shall we conclude?
Erase all but the water Vestal. The rest...
Victoria? Victoria! Of course, it would have to be now. I fear we must adjourn. My apologies.
Did we win? No. They let us go?
Olivia! Please, hold on! You can't! Why did you? We'd only just met again! You are always quick to tears. I need to keep close watch. I'm sorry. As you say, we just... after so long. Please, I leave my duties to you. Awaken the water crystal. I can't. I need you, Olivia. I can't do this alone. I can't do this. You can. You will. I know. You can. Only you. Only. Olivia! Open your eyes! Please! Open your eyes! You're the only one. My only friend. Don't leave me! Please, don't leave! I need you! Olivia!
Why did this have to happen? It's not right!
It's too cruel. It feels like my heart's been torn up into ribbons. It's too sad. But where do we go from here? You're the only Vestal left, Agnés. Can you do it? I'm so sorry to ask this of you now, but there's no other way. So I'm asking you, awaken the 4 crystals before the world is swallowed completely. It's what Olivia wanted. She said you could do it. Only you. So please, save this world, Agnés.
Olivia lies dead because of me. The same as the acolytes of the Temple of Wind, the night the darkness struck. Why do they all hurry to leave me so? Why is it always me left behind? They're all leaving. Everyone I ever knew. Vanishing forever. Why am I even...
Agnés, I don't know the words to comfort you. But I want to say this at least. You have us. Always.
I will do it. There's no one else left.
What? The Vestal of Water? Lost to us? We'd always hoped her absence would end. No Vestaling was chosen to succeed her. I'd prayed her return would calm the chaos here. Now it only spreads. Lady Vestal, pray, tell me, what ought I do? What can this nation do?
Wait! Something isn't right.
The air is charged. It's totally different from before.
Look, there, in the crystal! Rusalka! That's Rusalka, purveyor of doom!
It's the same as the last time.
We can't awaken the crystal until we're rid of the beast, Agnès!
Then I have no choice. I must do this!
Do not stand in my way!
The things I do for you.
We're ready to begin the rite. All set, Agnés? I'll go over the process for the ritual once more, just to be sure. To awaken it, you must set your own life force to resonate with the crystal's natural rhythm. Focus your prayers on the crystal and don't stop, Agnés. If it works as it should, we'll soon see dramatic results. I know I said it before, but be sure you don't stop before it's done. Keep praying until I give the signal to stop, no matter what. The flow of the crystal's energy could reverse and explode out of control. Is all of that clear, Agnés?
I understand. You needn't repeat yourself.
Agnés!
If it does go berserk, do we get a second chance at the ritual?
No second chances, which is why it's so important you all stay out. All right, Agnés, let's begin.
Right.
The water crystal is awakened! You did amazing, Agnès!
Agnès, are you alright? She's completely exhausted.
I'm fine. No cause for worry. That makes 2 crystals. We're halfway there.
Agnès, you need to rest. You've been pushing yourself this whole time.
I told you. I'm fine. Please, spare me your concern. I have to do this. I have to do it alone. Lady Matriarch, the sea! Its waters are clearing!
Oh, it's the guidance of the Vestal. Praise be to her. Lady Vestal! I hear the oceans return to life. It is you to whom we owe this miracle, yes?
I pray my actions will see water's bounty return to this land and all the world.
It is by your efforts Florum is spared from the Blood Rose Legion's venom. I give you the thanks of all Florum's people in the Vestal of Water's stead. The nation will not return to its chaste and proper ways overnight, I'm certain. But once a new Vestal is chosen, the people's hearts will unite behind her. Might I ask where your travels take you next, Lady Vestal?
I was told the Vestal of Fire is deceased. I must hurry to the Fire Crystal's side.
I see. Then beyond the sea, to Eisenberg and the Temple of Fire. If you follow the waters west of here, ever west, you will find it. First, cross the Miasma Woods, then to the shore of the inner sea. I shall make a mark of it upon your map. The seas are only newly tamed, and the journey is long. I pray you will be safe.
Splendid! Splendid!
Shall I cast off then?
Please.
Dark mood for a nice day's sailing.
Agnès, forgive me.
For what?
What happened to Olivia? I am partly to blame. You may have fought for the duchy, but you've nothing to do with the one who killed Olivia.
But I do. That monster, the one they call the witch, Victoria. I knew of her.
Just who are you, Edea? Before, when that man attacked, Alternus, you knew him. Better than a simple soldier of the Sky Knights ought.
I hadn't intended to hide who I am, but I should have told you sooner. My father is Grand Marshal of the Eternian forces, leader of the Council of Six.
What?
If the Council is in charge, and he leads the Council, your father's the head of the whole duchy!
Then the order to assassinate the Vestal of Water came from your father?
I don't know. I don't know. I can't blame you if you blame me for it, though.
You don't... You intend to stand there and feign heartache and innocence both? Perhaps it was you who communicated Olivia's hiding place to the duchy?
That's not... I wouldn't!
Perhaps you were a spy this whole time, deceiving us even now!
Anya, stop! We fought this far together. That means something. Don't doubt it.
Excuse me. I need rest. I ask that you leave me alone a while.
We're crossing into open water. Ah, over here, everyone! Feast your eyes upon this!
What's the matter?
Oh...
Oh my. What on earth is that?
A ship, perhaps? But it's too big.
And it's not moving.
I'll wager the women there frolic around in bathing suits all day long.
In your dreams, ring a bell.
What are we waiting for? Let's lodge there tonight.
Unacceptable. We've no time for distractions. We must awaken the fire crystal.
I am the one at the helm here, no? I'll make the call. Thank you very much.
Wow! This ship has a whole town on board! Or should I say this town looks like a ship? I'm confused.
I can feel us rocking. It's floating all right.
Where are all the scantily clad girls? Oh, what a letdown.
Well, well, here's some faces I haven't seen before. New to the ship? Then the seas must have cleared up everywhere and not just here. Excellent news. Say, have any of you seen a lad by the name of Zats? He's hurt and supposed to be staying off his feet, but he wandered off. If you see him, can you bring him back to the tavern? He's a scrawny, fidgety little fella, so you can't miss him. Thanks in advance.
At this rate, the shield bearers will lose the war. We need your help. Anything will do. Resources, manpower. Please aid us. I've traveled far to make this plea. What are we gonna do?
You wouldn't happen to be Zats, would you?
Yeah, who's asking?
The tavern proprietress wanted us to find you. Let's go.
All right then, I'm coming. What a mess.
What were you thinking roaming around in that state?
Like I said, it's not that bad. Just a little bruise on the ribs, that's all.
What were you asking the council for back there?
Aid. We need their support. I'm from the city of Eisenberg, far to the west of here.
Eisenberg. That's where the fire crystal is.
That's right. There was an uprising, and now we're in the middle of a civil war. The shield bearers are losing ground, and unless we can do something, we'll be defeated.
So, these shield bearers are the faction you're aligned with?
That's right. The shield bearers have served as the protectors of Eisenberg for centuries. But a few years ago, a group called the Sword Bearers rebelled. We've been at war ever since. They are but few in number, truth be told.
What? Why are the shield bearers losing to a smaller force?
The Sword Bearers we can handle, but they have powerful foreign mercenaries on their side.
Foreign mercenaries. They wouldn't happen to call themselves the Black Blades, would they?
Yeah, that's them. Wait, are you with those mercenaries as well?
No, don't worry. We mean you no harm.
Edea, are these Black Blade mercenaries linked to the Eternian forces?
Yes. The Black Blades is the moniker of the 1st Division of the Eternian forces. My master's unit.
Zack, can you tell us what happened to the fire vestal? We heard she had perished.
Yeah, the Sword Bearers got hold of her around 3 years ago.
She was killed?
Assassinated. When the bloody conflict reached an impasse, the Sword Bearers raided the Temple of Fire.
Sacrilege! What of the Vestaling, the fire vestal's successor?
There was one, but she met the same fate.
How awful.
It falls to me, then. We must hurry to the temple.
You're going to the Temple of Fire? You won't get anywhere near it now, I'm afraid. A few weeks ago, Mount Karka erupted, and the whole temple is a sea of lava now.
Nevertheless, we must find a way. Let us hurry to Eisenberg.
I don't suppose you could take me with you. My friends are waiting for my return.
Have you given up on finding support here?
The war will be over before too long. I can't afford to wait any longer.
Are you okay with us taking him aboard, Agnés?
Very well.
Thanks! I owe you one! Eisenberg is far to the west of here. You'll see a little harbor when we hit land. We can go ashore there. The lads should be waiting for me in the area. Don't even think about landing on the north coast. The Sword Bearers hold sway up there, so it's dicey. Great! We made it! Leave the rest to me.
What's the plan?
The dock at the cottage we're heading to is too small to moor this ship. My mates will ferry us over in a smaller boat. It'll take a couple of trips.
Got it.
Zats, you had us worried. Good to see you still in one piece.
Likewise, Dads. Looks like we're all here. Don't worry about the ship. This harbor is nice and sheltered, so it'll be fine. The peninsula hides it from any prying eyes on the open sea, too. How are you healing up, Dads?
I'm fine. Just a little sore back now. This body's tough as nails, as you can see. I'm lucky to still be breathing after facing the blade of that swordmaster, though.
Swordmaster?
What is it?
Oh, nothing.
Thanks for bringing Zats back to us. We appreciate it.
Not at all. We'd have never made it ashore without Zats to navigate.
Hey, after seeing you in action, I have a favor to ask. Would you meet with our leader?
What's this about, Zats?
Listen, Dads. These guys are top-notch fighters. They were knocking the blocks off monsters like it was nothing. I couldn't get Grand Ship on our side, but with these guys to back us up, please, you've got to help the shield bearers. I'll never ask another thing of you.
You want us to help you win the war?
The sword bearers betrayed us, and they have the Fire Vestal's blood on their hands. Don't think they'll stop when they conquer Eisenberg. They plan to plunder other regions next. We can't let them run rampant. They must be stopped, and for that we need you.
Unacceptable.
Agnés?
We cannot afford to get caught up in a conflict now. We must awaken the crystal at the Temple of Fire. That is my task as a Vestal of the Crystals. We have no time to wage war.
You're a Vestal? You?
Agnès is the Wind Vestal. She's trying to save the world, so don't get in her way.
Ah, what's that scrawny little thing?
A Christ fairy, they say. Gave me a start the first time I saw it as well.
You don't say. I never imagined a Vestal would be so young, or that she'd keep company with such an odd creature.
Hey, watch who you're calling odd. I might forgive you if you tell us how to get to the Temple of Fire.
The Temple of Fire? All the roads there were blocked by lava.
Our commander might know something. The shield bearers have been trying to find a way through for a while.
Well, whether we join forces with the shield bearers or not, let's at least talk with their commander, Agnés.
Something you want to ask? Eisenberg is a land dotted with many active volcanoes, of which Mount Karka is the largest. Thanks to all the volcanic activity, you can dig up precious metals and gems practically anywhere. This is the one place in the world where orichalcum can be mined. Impressive, huh?
Our main industries are mining, smelting, and gem working. All are connected to the fire within the earth that sustains us. But mining has ground to a halt due to the Civil War. So have trades that rely on it.
This realm was founded by the forces stationed here to protect the Temple of Fire and the Fire Vestal. Powerful garrisons guarded the north, south, east, and west borders. There was no mightier force in all the world at the time. Despite that, we never moved to attack our neighbors. We took pride in our defensive stance.
That's how we built a nation in this barren land, while protecting generations of Fire Vestals. Everyone was a devout follower of crystalism. Their faith was strong, and the Fire Vestal was honored above all others.
Something you want to ask? They say this realm was founded by a militia that formed to protect the Fire Vestal. This militia came to rule the land, and over many years split into two factions serving different purposes. The Shield Bearers protected the Temple of Fire and the Fire Vestal, while the Sword Bearers repelled any foreign invaders. This was... how long ago would it have been? Centuries at least. It was an age of peace for Eisenberg, with crystalism as the official religion, and the Fire Vestal revered by all. Over time, the Shield Bearers and Sword Bearers changed into something akin to ideological groups.
The Shield Bearers fought only to protect the peace. Most people fell into this group. We may not act like it, but we have proper ranks too. I'm a corporal, as is Zatz here. The Sword Bearers sought to invade other realms and expand our territory. Of course, few harbor such radical ideas. Most turned a deaf ear to them. No one expected them to take up arms against their countrymen. And now these rebels have the upper hand against the Shield Bearers.
Something you want to ask? 4 years ago, 100,000 soldiers garrisoned in the north were wiped out. The work of the Sword Bearers. That triggered the civil war that still drags on now. The Sword Bearers slaughtered their own brethren. Their forces couldn't hold a candle to our own, but they hired scores of formidable mercenaries. These mercenaries were skilled and disciplined, and they fought with astonishing ferocity. The Shield Bearers still had a big edge in numbers. We were no match for them.
That's not all. The mercenaries also taught the Sword Bearers a despicable practice. Use of a vile, inhumane weapon. Toxic mist. They used it to eradicate our forces in the East City. In one night, we lost 100,000 soldiers. Deadly fumes hung over the entire battlefield. The land was rendered uninhabitable. But the Sword Bearers didn't stop there. They raided the Temple of Fire, and the Fire Vestal fell prey to them. Without the Vestal, the Fire Crystal could not be controlled, causing Mount Karka to erupt violently.
Since then, the Shield Bearers have been struggling just to defend our positions. At that point, things looked grim, so we headed to Grand Ship to seek reinforcements.
But we ran into the mercenary leader, and our squad was wiped out. We're all that's left. Now the Sword Bearers and Shield Bearers are locked in battle at Eisenbridge. If they break our lines, the Shield Bearers will be routed. Until now, the sea routes were closed, so neither Shield Bearers nor Sword Bearers could be reinforced from outside. That's the only reason we've held out so long. Now that ships are running again, our future hangs by a thread.
Something you want to ask? Oh, okay then.
All ready to go now? What's that? You have a question? Me and Zatz have been inseparable since we were tykes. We grew up in a village near here. In Eisenberg, everyone gets conscripted when they turn 18, men and women. The Civil War started just after we were called to muster. You want to know why we were picked to go to Grand Ship? I'm not really sure, but it's probably because we know this area so well. And it's not like the Shield Bearers have many options these days. There wasn't anyone better, I guess. This pirate get-up is just so we could slip into Grand Ship without the Sword Bearers cottoning on. Well, that, and the fact that my uniform doesn't fit. All ready to go now? What's that? Worried about me, huh? Thanks for your concern. But I healed up while we were waiting for Zatz to get back. Still get the odd ache, but that's it. When heading to this old house on the way to Grand Ship, we bumped into a band of mercenaries. And of course, one has to be the head of them. A sword master, no less. We didn't stand a chance. It was a slaughter fest. Those of us that survived were covered in wounds. I was bedridden for ages. Sats got off the lightest, so he went on to Grand Ship by himself. Not long after he set sail, the sea started turning bad. It was an ill omen. I'm so glad he made it back safe. I guess I have you to thank for that. All ready to go now? Got it. Let's get going then. The shield bearers are based in the west, but we have to take the long way around.
We'll need to go south a bit first. Once we're through, head back northward.
Keep your eyes peeled as well. We could be set upon at any time.